going to share. Just a couple of things that I do when I drive. When I hop in my vehicle and I'm going from one destination to another. In like one of my posts, I did mention to some degree that when you are driving on the freeway, there is a moment or a time you get into a meditative mind state, almost like a theta state, just like right before it, which is like alpha, like on the edge of that. And it's a great opportunity to just like, I mean, if you're not the type that dozes off on the road, who is considerably alert for the most part and attentive of their surroundings, I hope you're that kind of driver. I mean, I am recording on this phone and driving at the same time, so yes, my attention is maybe pulled away in some other direction. But let me get down to the nitty-gritty. I did want to share some of these things that I do sometimes when I'm driving on the road. And there's two things that I can share with you that I found useful for myself, and maybe you can have some variation of that or find ways that and tools that might work for you really well, because everybody's different. Let me get this started for you. One thing I do is, I don't know how you drive, if you have like two arms on the steering wheel, maybe you have like some strange posture that Bay Areans have, at least that I've noticed, where they have their seat like all the way back and their back is not even resting on it. I mean, I thought that was cool back then, but I think it's fucking stupid. I mean, pardon my French, but just teasing. But yeah, just like subtly drop into your body just to notice. Take a deep breath and just do like a scan and find where there are areas of tension, where you're holding that muscle tight, where there's a contraction. It might be on your neck, it might be on your shoulders, and just notice where you find that, and just, if you can, just find your way to relax it. Find your way, your own way. Just notice that. It's a good practice, it's a great opportunity to find where you might have tension in your body, and just drop it, just release it. And then 5 minutes later, you might find yourself, oh shit, it's tense again. Drop it again. The practice is just beginning to notice where that tension might be static. It might represent a psychosomatic type underlying thought or feeling that you might have that is being represented somewhere in your body. And we're very good at holding tension on our necks and in our shoulders. So notice that. Maybe you have tension elsewhere in your body. Just begin to notice that. That's all. Second thing is working with mudras, and mudras is in Ayurvedic Indian scientific tradition, where they also, just like the Chinese and Chinese medicine, they work with qi, they work with energy centers, they work with meridians, and in Ayurvedic Indian one that I do is called the Surya, and it's where you press your thumb against the nail of your ring finger, and you just do that, and just resting on your arm here, on your arm. Rest your arm and the back of your palm on your thigh. Just sit with that for like 5 minutes while you cruise. And this one opens up the channels for creativity, for calmness of spirit, for focus. These are good ones for long drives. And see how that feels for you. If you're someone who experiments with energy work, for one who has developed a sensitivity to the sensations in your body. And it takes practice to bring that back online, because we're so good not to feel our bodies. We've been entrained to be all up in here and not all over around the entire spectrum of how we experience this world. And so I invite you to experiment with that, play around with it, look it up, see what other mudras are out there that you might play around with and might be aligned with what you're moving through, and tell me what you find out. Anyway, have a gorgeous day wherever you are. Take care. Much love. Peace.